So today I'm going to be making an orzo with mushrooms, onions, and leeks. So this is super, super easy to make. You can actually use any grain that you want, any grain that you have. You could do this with rice, quinoa. I just thought it went really nicely with orzo. It is a great, warming, hearty side dish. You can add some protein to it and make it a meal. It's very versatile, but this is what I'm doing today. So I have my pan heating up. I already did cook my orzo already, so I'll just show it to you. It's cooked, ready. Like I said, you can use any grain. This is orzo is like a little pasta for those who are maybe are not familiar with it. And now we're just gonna saute our veggies. So we have our onions. We're gonna let those saute. Obviously, those are the most fibrous. Those are the most difficult, I guess, to kind of cook down. So we'll let those cook for a few minutes. And then we are going to add our leeks. Leeks are also pretty fibrous. Again, have tons of fiber. You want to cut your leeks. I know leeks are kind of, those big circular things with the branches coming out of it or the leaves coming out of it, rather. And I know a lot of people tend to cut their leeks circular, which is fine. But because we want our vegetables to kind of cook evenly, especially our onions and our leeks, I chop them up pretty small. So they're pretty much the same size as our onions so that they cook evenly. And that's just a really good lesson to know in general, that we do want to cook things similar sizes if we're going to roast them or saute them together so that they do cook evenly. So we have these sauteing. It already smells so delicious in here. I'm not going to wait for this to go too much longer. So what I will do now is add in our mushrooms. And, mushrooms definitely cook down pretty significantly. There's a lot of water in mushrooms. So we want to, cook those down. And then a pretty good trick if we want to caramelize our vegetables, or, if we want to caramelize our onions and mushrooms and leeks in this case, is to use some brown sugar or honey. It actually helps it, caramelize faster. If you let these sit on a low flame for a very, very long time, you'll kind of get that same effect. But to make it a little bit quicker and to give it a little bit of a sweeter taste, we're just adding really not a lot, just a little bit of a sprinkle of honey. And it just like sweetens up the vegetables, and it just makes it so delicious and gives it such a great taste. Let me just stick that over there. And it'll also help like brown the vegetables a little more. Like I said, it will put kind of like a caramelized effect on them a little bit quicker because the sugar of the honey kind of cooks down as well. So really, really just let these sit. We want to let them sit for a few minutes. I typically then instead of just taking this and putting it into the bowl with our orzo, I typically like to put the orzo in there and kind of mix it together. I think it just incorporates all of the different ingredients together, all of the different flavors together more easily. It smells so delicious. Again, there's, we have the carbohydrates in there. We have tons of fiber in there, tons of vegetables. And it's really a warming, hearty, side dish or, to have, for dinner. Takes a few minutes to make. Good thing to stay in the refrigerator for a few days. You can add different proteins to it. You can utilize the leftovers in a lot of different ways. And then this is our final, this is what it looks like in the final stages. I'll just show you everything caramelized really nicely. It's mixed together with our orzo. It smells delicious. I used to actually make this without the leeks, but the leeks add a whole new flavor to it. It also gives it a little bit of a different texture, there's a little bit of a bite in leeks that I love. Just one note, when we are washing leeks, they are very, very sandy. So we want to make sure to wash them very, very well. And that's really it.